I always have dealt with the feeling of being an outcast due to my chronic symptoms. Especially growing up with eczema, I looked different from other people. And, as I got older, the amount of symptoms I had was odd compared to other people who are my age. The doctors always felt like what I was dealing with was different. And now that I'm healing, I'm choosing or using a different method of healing, and that is odd. And it's like, when does it end? Like, when do I just am able to be a normal human being? And where is it where I can feel like I'm just normal, a part of everybody else? And I kind of wanted to know if you felt the same way, like you were an outcast. Hey, sponsor. That's right, you are my sponsor. Many YouTube videos are usually sponsored by companies or by a product, but my YouTube videos are sponsored by you. And so all you need to do is just watch my videos, like, subscribe, comment, any of those things, and that will make you a sponsor. And I just wanted to tell you, thank you. Hi, friends, and welcome back to the Inside Stylist podcast. In this episode, we are going to talk about chronically ill outcasts. I kind of wanted to talk about this because it's something that a lot of people deal with, and including myself, and I think it's really important to talk about this. And this all sort of came about after watching last night. I was watching the live stream of the Medical Medium and Cafe Gratitude live stream that they're having of the event that's happening. Mind you, this is the first restaurant ever to make medical medium friendly food, meaning anyone who follows the medical medium protocols to heal, there's minimal or even no oils, minimal salt, and they just really focused on the food. And that right there is amazing, because I don't think there's any restaurant that I've ever been to without me having to make some sort of change or basically just ask for a baked potato, which most restaurants can't even do. They'll usually add some sort of oil to it, or they want to add something else to it. So it's really difficult, and they won't actually do it because it takes a long time to bake a potato with nothing on top of it, I guess. So baked potatoes are not easy to come by. And usually salads, you spend a whole bunch of money, but you get a couple of lettuce on top, and it doesn't make you feel full. It's not enough usually. So having a place to eat food like this on our healing journeys is such a big and movement forward. And watching all of these things happen and seeing all the people in the medical medium community go and support this event just really made me think about connection and the community for the chronically ill. And I don't just mean people who follow medical medium protocols. Yes, I do follow it, but I'm talking about anybody dealing with chronic illnesses. And that's why I kind of wanted to talk about this chronically ill outcast, is what I'm going to call it. Because if you've gone through being sick, there's this period in our life when we're trying to find what is wrong with us, what is happening, and get some help. And you go through this process, and as you move along on the timeline and the time from when you started to search for answers and started to search for healing remedies gets longer and longer, the more you start to feel like an outcast, like you are different. There's something wrong with you, that nobody can figure out what's happening. And the doctors also begin to back up that thought that you have in your head, because you start to become just another statistic, a number, or hey, we don't really know what to do with you. You're one in a million that we've ever seen something like this. And actually, it's really big of the doctor when they can actually admit, like, hey, I'm not really quite sure what to do, because then it doesn't make you feel so alone like you're lying. But there's this period that you go through and you feel like an outcast, like you are not normal. Your symptoms are not normal. You are one of the odd things in the medical world, and it makes you feel like an outcast. Well, that's how I felt. And so there's that. And then you start to do these alternative ways to heal. And you may get some traction and you may feel good, but then you are also categorized as, oh, you are one of those people that don't follow the normal medical system. And again, you are still an outcast. You are different for all of those reasons. And I just wanted to share that being a part of the medical medium community. Medical medium is my choice of way to heal. You don't have to choose my ways, but I'm telling you, the medical medium community was someplace that I just found so much compassion and empathy for what I was going through. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the medical medium protocols, there's just not one thing to do. It's not an all or nothing. This information out there is able for you to go ahead and make it and customize it for you and your protocols and your living and your lifestyle and your way of healing. So it's not just a one and done kind of a thing. There's so many things you can do. There's so many things you can do to make it, to heal more if something isn't working or if you needed more. There's tons of things. Now, okay, besides the fact of this community, I just wanted to talk about this community because there's something so special about this community. And I feel that if you are dealing with chronic illness, this is a place that you would want to be, because the people that have gone through so much is in this medical medium community. So regardless your choice to heal or your type of diet or your likes and dislikes, I find that the medical medium community welcomes people. And I'm not speaking for everybody, because of course a community has many different types of people in it. But I find more often than not, everyone in this community is very compassionate and are wanting to help you, are wanting to be that ear for you, that shoulder to cry on, that support to lift you up, and also that person to give you back hope. And that's why I'm talking about this community, because if you don't have a place to go, if you don't have a community of support, I feel like this is a good place to be. But anyways, now that you know what the medical medium community is all about, just wanted to talk about that after you find your community or your method of healing, mine was medical medium, it's like it didn't stop there. Like, I feel like you continue to be this outcast due to the method that I choose to heal, due to the foods I decide to eat, my type of diet. It's just like the chronically ill is up against society. It's up against society, and everyone is constantly making us feel like we are different. I even remember, I have to share these stories. When I first started this medical medium journey, I would post before and after pictures of when I had eczema and what I was looking like as I was healing. And the criticism I got was unbelievable. You would think that people would just be happy. But I would have people, because I'm assuming, I could be wrong, but they were unfamiliar with my method of healing, what I was using. Maybe it pushed or talked about or put some kind of strain against or resistance against their method of healing. I'm not quite sure why. But they would criticize, like, oh, my eczema pictures, like, oh, this is just a girl wanting attention. She has hickeys on her neck. And here's a person just trying to get attention from people. And I was just so blown away because literally all I wanted to do was help people with eczema and share what I was doing. And hey, I got some success with something. Maybe it can work for you too. But that's the sort of comments I would get. Another thing that I would deal with was people would take my pictures and then repost it, and change all the verbiage and say that whatever product they were trying to sell, that was the reason why I was healing. It's unbelievable how many times people have taken my picture to go and sell their product. But it didn't stop there. It continued to people asking me for interviews, asking me to, help them with their illnesses through DMs. And I openly and naively would just share. I felt so bad for these people and they were suffering. And I kid you not, more often than not, people were taking my interview and either switching the words and changing what I had said, because these were written interviews. So they were either on like a blog post or some paper form of an article. It would be switched. My words would be changed. And I was like, wow, I didn't even say that. Isn't that illegal? But I guess I'm just so small and I didn't really know what to do. But I was like, that's not what I said, or that's not what I did. And that's not what I believe in. Or I would have people be all excited about interviewing me. And then they hear about how I did things, because I told the truth. I shared exactly how I did things. I didn't claim my success on something that was false. I spoke the truth. And that caused them to not share it. They didn't do the thing or say, oh, I'm so sorry, I was getting to it, but it never gets published. So my truth has only been shared here on YouTube. This is like the only place that you can hear it from my mouth and hear how I healed and hear what worked for me is here. Everything else always seems to be taken down or not happening or changed. And I remember being really frustrated. And also people were just reaching out to me to help them sell their product, not really interested in what I actually did to heal, which was interesting because it just showed me in this health sort of community where you think people are so compassionate and really want to help people heal. I'm going to tell you right now, that's not always the case, because all of those people that had reached out to me, so interested in how I healed, asked me to help them heal, they all had different motives. They wanted to sell their product, sell their service. They wanted to connect with me so that they could gain followers and then become something and then go and sell something on their own, of their own stuff, not give credit to what really helped them to heal. And so there's this big thing out there where there's misinformation, and this is just stuff that I have experienced. I'm sure so many other people have experienced as well, but I'm gonna be honest with you. What I share here is the truth, is what I used, is the only thing I've used. So if you see my stuff out there of pictures of me or hear of interviews, and it's not what you're matching with what's said on here, it's not true. And this is why I wanted to share this, because it's hard dealing with chronic illness. We're such a big target. And the reason why we're a big target is we're almost like the perfect customer for all these people to sell stuff to us, to give us that miracle thing to heal, to, we're so desperate. We're coming from a place of where we're suffering and we're so vulnerable. And so we're easily taken advantage of, I feel. And I just wanted to let you know that I am honestly coming from a place, no matter what diet you eat, no matter what regimen you decide to use to heal, I am here for the chronically ill and only for you. And that is it. I am not here trying to force anything on top of you. I just genuinely want to have a place for you so that you can feel comfortable. Like, I want to be able to give you that big virtual hug when you need it. I want to be there when you aren't feeling well. I want to be there for you and be a part of your journey so that you can have hope again and you know that your body can heal. That is another thing. Medical medium, I know there's a lot of things out there on him, but he's literally the only person who has ever told me you can heal. Nobody else has ever told me that like that. And it speaks to me in a very deep way because it was true. Like, there's so much I have healed. And I understand what it feels like to fight and fight and fight and get some success and then fight again. I understand what it feels like. And so I just wanted you to feel and know that I understand you and that there is good people out here who are really here for the community of the chronically ill. And I just wanted you to know that I was one of them. And that's our episode today. And I hope that you feel much better than what you felt like before. I hope you feel supported. And I know that if you are struggling out there, just take it one day at a time, 1 minute at a time, little by little. Just do a little bit for yourself. And your body will get there because it's always fighting to heal. Take care, you guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.